This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction Incorporated.
From the roof to way down below, your home can take quite a beating from winter weather. The heaviness of the snow and the ice can cause quite a bit of damage. So how about we take some time now to learn about the top spots that need some TLC, both pre and post-storm. Corey's on the case with Spicer Brothers Construction.
You know, the funny thing about storms is that they can pop up without any warning whatsoever. As a matter of fact, you may remember Christmas Eve. A lot of people on Delmarva felt harsh winds on their home. As a matter of fact, at my house, I felt the windows rattling. I could see the shingles flying up in the air a little bit, and we actually lost some siding. So I had to come down to Spicer Brothers Construction where I could talk with the person who knows all things exterior. Brian Spicer, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing really well now that the storm is over. You don't realize how much you should know about the exterior of your home until it's too late.
Right. When you see missing shingles and siding loose and your windows rattling and things like that, those are things that you need to keep your eye out on, you know, every day prior to a storm.
Okay, so let's take it from the top all the way to the bottom. Obviously, we'll start with the roof. What are some things that we should look out for during a storm or before a storm when it concerns our roof?
Missing shingles. If it's windy, you can see, you know, if you see shingles flapping in the wind, the cap shingles on the top of the roof, you know, any shingle, any part of the roof that's flapping looks, you know, a little distorted. It's something to keep an eye on, maybe have it looked at.
Now, moving down to siding, what are some things that we should look, because I'm currently missing some.
Missing siding, but prior to the storm, we really need to make sure we're looking at these things every day, you know, as we're out in the yard, look at, you know, walk around the house, especially if you know a storm is coming. But with siding, buckles, a lot of times you'll see buckles in the siding, you know, it's something that it might be alarming, maybe you need to have looked at before, you know, before a storm, instead of waiting till it's too late.
Okay, so we have to do our due diligence as homeowners to make sure that our home is sturdy and prepared for a storm if we know it's coming, which leads us to windows. Windows can be kind of a finicky thing because you don't really know if they leak or not.
Right. You know, what we see in a lot of the older windows, the single pane windows, you know, like you had mentioned, you hear rattling. We get calls a lot of times. People say their windows are rattling or their windows are whistling with the wind. You know, that's a sign that you could be getting to where you need some new windows. But we see quite often that the older homes with a little age on them is where you start seeing problems.
Now, I also noticed that during a heavy wind, sometimes my door will actually shake, like my front door, and then my back pane door will do the exact same thing. Is that because they have some age on them as well?
Yeah, it could be the seals going bad in them. One thing that a lot of people like to do to combat that is to have a storm door installed. You know, kind of helps out a little bit with that, but the door could be getting, you know, some age on it.
Okay, so we know what to look out for. If we have any questions, can we give you a call?
Absolutely.
All right, so I decided to come down and talk to the guy who knows everything about roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Brian Spicer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Practical advice that you might not even think about it when it comes to storms.